Hello and welcome back to the new video on Laurel and Hardy memorabilia and Charlie Chaplin collectibles. In this video I just got some random fun items and there's some newer items I've got that are added to the collection, and I just found some bits and pieces that I've had on display for years, and they're one of the first items that I got when I first started when I was probably around 9, 10 years old. So they're just little items that meant a lot to me, and how it all started. So just starting off with this one again, this signed item with Laurel and Hardy's signatures, which is signed on part of the contract, which I showed in the previous video. And I wasn't too sure whose this signature was. At the top on the Laurel and Hardy Feature Productions slip, which is part of the contract, and I had a message from Randy Skiver, who's the author of the Magic Behind the Movies book, a very famous Laurel and Hardy historian and author, and he's confirmed that it's Ben Shipman, or Ben W. Shipman, who was their lawyer and business partner. He used to sort out all their affairs and especially all their marriage problems. And there's a famous saying where he said, "Oh, what wonderful men they were, but what problems that they could get into," and a lot of it was marriage problems or issues. So, so if that's right, then that's nice to have Ben W. Shipman's signature as well, with both Laurel and Hardy's signature. So that's a bit of interesting bit of history there. So, and then just going on from that, I just managed to get more cigar bands, which again I'll put on as photos in more detail. So there's another purple set there and a white set there, or more like white silver set of cigar bands. Cigar bands are not like rare to get hold of. They can be more sort of common to find. So you have this set here was also with different stars. So you have like Woody Allen as Charlie Chase, Charlie Chaplin, and you've got as a card there with Ben Turpin, which is a very old silent star comedian, and he played in a few of the Charlie Chaplin films as well as with Laurel and Hardy, so that's a nice connection to have there. But you have other various stars as well, which is also nice to have. Also, I'm a bit of a Abbott Costello fan, so you've got Abbott Costello on there, and you've got the Marx Brothers, Harold Lloyd, Harry Langdon. So again, I'll put these on so you'll be able to see in more detail different variations of these different cigar bands. And a lot of these other ones are more Laurel and Hardy ones, and then you've got the yellow ones with all their headshots from different various films, from Bonnie Scotland, Below Zero, Sons of the Desert, Trumpet Oxford, and so on. You know, and also the dates as well of these various films. So there's just loads of different ones here. So you've got them in orange, you've got them in green. They're just nice various shots of both Laurel and Hardy. Okay, so that's those. So again, I just wanted to show these are just other fun items I've got. So it's nice to go from one extreme to the other, where I talk about more really sort of serious collectible stuff, rare stuff, like I've done in the past few videos with signed stuff, or original items, or whatever. And then it's good to go to the other extreme where you can just collect just random like fun items on them. So I've got these like a collection of these ties, which I absolutely love. These ties. This from Way Out West. I have had these displayed in the museum. I've never worn them, as you can see, they're still in their packets. You've got a full figure of Laurel and Hardy there, and then you've got a purple one, which is Sons of the Desert, with their signatures, with the Sons of the Desert logo crest. And then also you've got this one with their headshots. And I think there is another one somewhere. Oh yeah, there we are. And that's the other one. You've got the double headshots there, which is the famous Bud Stacks headshots of Laurel and Hardy. And then also there's this waistcoat I've had for years. Again, I've never worn it. In fact, the tie and the waistcoat, because they're the same headshots, would go well together, because they're both the same. But it has always been a nice item to have, just a fun item. Again, I don't wear this stuff. I never really wear Laurel and Hardy t-shirts or sweatshirts or jumpers or anything on them. I'm always just wearing like Hollister tops or Abercrombie and Fitch t-shirts when I'm doing these videos. As you can see, I've got one on now, so I don't really wear anything on Laurel and Hardy because I prefer just to keep it new and clean, as even as a display piece. But that's a really lovely waistcoat. And in fact, just looking at that, with the famous Stacks headshots on that, it'd make quite a good wallpaper, I think. That's quite fun, isn't it? So that's that. And then also, there's these which I got recently. Again, this is something that I've never had before. But these are braces. So you have these, which are like almost like silk kind of style braces. Again, with the famous Laurel and Hardy Stacks headshots there. I mean, braces are considered sort of quite old-fashioned now. Of course, they were worn a lot in Laurel and Hardy's time, but not so much today. Even though you can still buy them, you can still wear them. But I never see that many people wearing braces now these days. But again, these are fun items, even just to display, with the Laurel and Hardy image on. This is like a film reel, this one. Cartoon shots and all the different various headshots of Laurel and Hardy. Really, really good. Okay, so on from that, I have these are Laurel and Hardy masks. Now these masks, you can see here Stan Laurel and one of Ollie. Now these are one of the first items that I got when I first started collecting. Just fun items, and I used to wear them and play with them growing up. And they're still practically brand new, because all the years I've had them, they've been kept in their original plastic bags. And also on the insides, you've got like a plastic mould that keeps the shape of the mask all out, so it stops it from bunching up. So really, they're practically still brand new and well protected, because of course this material, these masks, they can dry out and they tend to fall apart over the years, but these are literally kept intact. It's got Larry Harmon on that, and 1985, so I'm guessing that's when these were first made, back in 85. I remember buying these from the like a fancy dress sort of joke shop place many years ago. So I was probably about 10 years old when I got these, and they've been on display ever since. So they're just great fun items to have, and also brings back a lot of memories from when I first started collecting and then taking it more seriously as the years went on. And then this I have, which these are not the original, but these two Laurel and Hardy hats I have had on display for many years as well. And this one this actually came from Carlisle, this one. This is probably nearly as old as when I first started collecting, again back when I was about 10. So I used to dress up and muck about and play around with these hats. And this is the one that sort of means quite a lot to me, because it reminds me a lot of the Stan Laurel hat, because it's got the flat brim and the sort of taller crown. So if I was to put that on, it's sort of quite tall. Sort of gives it that sort of tall look. Whereas the Stan Laurel character, he was made to look sort of slimmer, taller and funnier when he wore this hat, almost childlike and innocent. So it sort of sat on top of his head. So it's like more of an Irish derby, which is the flat brim sort of Stan Laurel style hat. So this always meant a lot to me when I started collecting over the years. And then of course I always wanted the other one, you've always got to have two if it's Laurel and Hardy. So there's this one, which is a similar style to the Ollie style hat, which is the British sort of style, sort of bowler hat with the turned up brim. And then Ollie's hat, again, this sits on top of my head, a bit like a pea on a drum. It's just too small. But Ollie's headgear, he'd sometimes tip it to one side like that when he was thinking, or something was happening in the films. He'd sort of tip his hat. But again, it's a nice addition to have as part of the collection. I think anyone's Laurel and Hardy collection, you've always got to have two bowler hats on display, even though they're not, that they're not the original. So it's still great to have a good sort of copies, if you like. So there it is for this video. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet for the next video, but I have ideas what I'd like to do in the new year with my collection, and new ideas. So I'm thinking, ideally, I would like to have all my collection together in one space. But again, these are things to think about in the new year. And of course, there's only a part of my Laurel and Hardy collection at the Laurel and Hardy Museum, so it could mean changing things around or having new ideas. So we'll just see what happens from there. So thanks for watching this video, everyone, and stay safe and happy collecting. Bye for now.